Hey everybody, welcome back to some more early morning barking, talking about BPD and MPD by somebody that has both. Don't forget to do the like and subscribe buttons and the socially things, and follow me on a podcast and a Patreon. And thank you to all the Patreon people. You guys are awesome. And all of that links in the description below. Now, today's sort of inspirational episode. Don't click off yet. Just because I'm not solving your problems every time. Listen to me solve some of mine for once. So, tomorrow I'm going away with friends. And this is a sort of annual trip that happens, and it didn't happen last year because of COVID. And so this is our catch-up year. And I have to take you through the number of things I have had to battle through to go on this trip. I'm not talking about like it's been difficult, like I can't afford it, or people, there wasn't room, or right. This is all stuff in my head that has been in my way of just going on this annual trip. And it happens every year throughout the year. And hopefully I don't fuck up enough to ruin the trip at the end of the year. So straight away, this is a trip with friends. Friends are tricky because it's very easy to think that they hate me and that they really only keep me around because they don't know how to get rid of me and I'm a burden on them. And it's like they hear that I'm coming and they're like, oh God, Rich is coming. God, I wish he wouldn't come again. Do you remember that year he didn't come? It was so much better. And all of that is happening in my head the whole year because they're friends. And that happens with all friends all the time. I thought I'd put my phone on silent. Clearly, I had not. And I'm constantly battling this. We have a WhatsApp group where we have conversations about this stuff and anything else that is juvenile and childish enough to warrant our attention. And I've only left that group once this year in a tantrum. In a rage, in deciding, no, they all hate me. This is bullshit. I'm leaving the group. Goodbye. I'm going to unfriend you all now, even though we've known each other for 20 years. This is the point at which I've decided this is all bullshit and I'm going. And that's only happened once this year. And I managed to keep that to a bit of a minimum. Right? I didn't say anything before I left. I just left. And then somebody discreetly let me back in. Like, I've had a BPD thing. Can you let me back in? Thank you. Little victories. And there have been tantrums along the way. I got the date wrong. And when I got corrected, I nearly decided not to go. Like, honestly. Because I'd got the date wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. Nobody said anything wrong. Nobody did anything wrong at all. But I got the date wrong. I thought it was going to be a couple of weeks ago. And I was ready to just sack off the whole thing. Everybody and everything. Like, I can't go. I can't do it anymore. And find an excuse. Find a reason. There's got to be a reason why this change in date has fucked up my day and my life and made it the worst thing in the world that could possibly have happened to me. And now everything is ruined. And that happened a little bit, but I kept it inside. Mostly. Well, I didn't outwardly throw a tantrum, but it was happening. There are so many tantrums going on in my head at any given moment, and that was one for a while. It wanted me to not go. Because that's a scary thing. It's going out and doing something. It's interacting with people where there's potential for it to go wrong. And go wrong means all manner of things. There's just so many possible ways that interacting with people can go wrong that are just avoided if you don't interact with people. But that's unacceptable. We need to interact with people because not doing it makes us even more miserable. This whole thing is constantly a fight on several fronts. Whether it's just convincing myself that my friends actually are my friends, or just throwing some random tantrum along the way that can fuck it all up. And all I want to do is go on this trip. It's not even a big thing, right? I just want a weekend away, you know? I've been through lockdown like everybody else. You get a weekend away. That seems fair, doesn't it now? And yet everything in my head wants me to not go. Everything. And it will all be somebody else's fault. It will all be something somebody has done to me. Because this is what happens when you try and plan ahead. Pressure builds up. And that's, you know, before I get to the executive dysfunction problems of having an event planned, I can't think past this weekend. Everything has revolved around this weekend for months. But I'm going. And I haven't done anything dramatic or stormed off or thrown a tantrum outwardly that everyone's seen or anything like that. It all stayed on the inside. So, look, progress is possible. You'll be going through all that shit that I've just talked about. I'm not alone with that. That's all very common stuff. But I made it through, and you can make it through as well. Because I'm nobody. I'm just a person doing my best, and that's not better than your best. So if I can do it, you can do it. And it's a struggle. Every time. God, it's hard work. But I made it. So, I hope you have some stories of triumph too. You take care. I'll see you after the weekend when my voice might actually be a little more gone than it is right now. Bye.